Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 Who You With Kurt, dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, dog. I'm Who You With Kurt, dog. Man, want to welcome everyone to the show tonight. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Twitter. Welcome to the show. Y'all can live chat with us during the show. Y'all know what night it is. It's Thursday night. McGarrett's back again. Miss Risky is in the house.
Hey.
How you doing today?
I'm a little confused today.
Yeah, it's been a long 2 days.
Well, that and I've been waiting on this delivery. They were delayed on my Amazon order, and I finally got it. It was at my door, but I got an alert saying, "Hey, we delivered your package in your locker." But I have my little baby Yoda. What's in my locker?
Why is his eyes moving like that?
Because it's animatronic. I bought it that way. You better move. I already played with it.
Oh, okay.
But I need to, like, if they gave me 2 baby Yodas, one to be for sale, or I'll play with this one and just keep the other one. I don't know.
What they hidden for?
I think it's
No,
retail.
I'm talking about if they send you one more, how much are you selling another one for? No.
Depends on how bad people want it.
There you go. Other than that, how your week been?
I've been so sleepy. And then, like, at night, I haven't been getting much sleep because there was something buzzing and flying across my head at night. And then I found it under my bed. It was wasp. So I sprayed it with a lot of that gun Raid, and I did a reenactment of like flash dance. It's like just
So,
and I was like, he's still moving.
Boy, you having problem with all type of critters over there.
Listen, the gecko, like those geckos kept getting in my apartment, and now wasp. I mean, it's still there. I saw the body, so it's gonna be there. I can't get it right now.
Call maintenance to come take them out.
No, because they'll probably have somebody else in.
No.
I don't need no more critters.
Well, y'all are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, dog. I'm Who You With Kurt, dog. And this is the one and only Miss Risky up in the house tonight. Y'all can live chat with us in the chat room. We have a couple of stories we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about Georgia. This is actually a PSA. Looking at Twitter, former First Lady Hillary Clinton tweeted and said, if you did absentee voting, please check the status of your vote. Check the status of your vote. If it's not showing up, you want to contact them. Definitely contact them to make sure your vote is counted. and you have until 5 p.m. on Friday, November the 6th, to fix it and make sure your vote count. You could go to democrat.org/Georgia dash ballot and be able to check your status. Check it, because we see how this thing gets going. But we'll talk about that later. So Georgia, that is in the House, definitely get out and check your status. It's important. It's It's definitely important. Welcome to the show, Marcella Smith. Always a long-time listener, great follower. And you could chat in the chat room with us, just like Marcella's. Not unless you're on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you need to go over to YouTube and you can chat live with us also. Everybody opinion count. So, but that's the PSA for today. But Miss Risky have some history that we're gonna go
Yes.
through.
All right, so today's influential Black American is going to be about Lewis Howard Latimer. He was an American patent draftsman, born September 4th, 1848, in Chelsea, Massachusetts. Both his parents fled Virginia as runaway slaves 6 years prior to Lewis's birth. By age 15, he joined the U.S. Navy. So by 1863, he was in the Navy. At 15, served as landsman on the USS Massaut. After being honorably discharged in 1865, he gained employment as an officer boy with a law firm, Crosby, Halstead, and Gould, making about $3 a week. After being recognized for his sketching patent drawings, Latimer was promoted to the position of head draftsman, earning about $20 a week, and that was by 1872. So in 1874, he co-patented with Charles M. Brown an approved toilet system for railroad cars. They were called water closets. So I know if you travel to different places, you see WC. That's what that stands for. So those are for the rail cars, and that was in 1876. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell employed Latimer when then he patented Bell's. He drafted necessary drawings required to receive patent for Bell's telephone. In 1879, he moved to Bridgeport, Connecticut, and was an assistant manager and draftsman for U.S. Electric Lighting Company, a company owned by Hiram Maxim, a rival of Thomas A. Edison. January 17th, 1882, Latimer received a patent for his process of manufacturing carbons, an improved method for production of carbon filaments for light bulbs, which we currently use today. In 1884, Edison Electric Light Company, he worked there in New York City, and from there he would go on to patent electric lamps. 1886, conditioning units, apparatus for cooling and disinfecting. In 1896, locking racks for hats, coats, umbrellas, and in 1910, lamp fixtures. And eventually, the invention program at MIT in Massachusetts named one of their programs after him. So that's pretty interesting. Like the things that he invented, we still use today. And just talking about the story we were going over, we realized that Kurt had an item that talked about Latimer. He bought some light bulbs he didn't use. And I was like, oh, how interesting. That's the story I'm going to be talking about.
Supporting Black business.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So he was very influential. I mean, we still use it today. I mean, because I don't think anybody ever really improved on it except like the LED lights that came later, but the carbon filament lights are still in use today.
exactly. Sound like he made a difference in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Um, man, I
And to
wonder
be and then have a program named after him at MIT.
exactly.
Like, go on, bruh.
Exactly. Welcome to the show, T Cal. Happy Thursday to you. Um, y'all can also join us in the chat room. That's some good knowledge. You bring us some good knowledge every week, which is great. Um, man, all these lights that I have on. Shout out
And
to the brother.
burning me up right now. I got my fan on the floor. I turned off my AC like a few weeks ago, so just have ceiling fans and my little floor fan.
Well, I cut the air conditioning back on today because I
I'm
had a
standing firm, bruh. I'm standing.
well, it actually been off because it get cool at night. I will cut it off later. I love it when it's cold, but my wife don't. So,
Well, I like a little chill. I don't like to be hot because you can't do anything when you're hot.
well,
But
I had cut the oven on, so
yeah, so it's
had
sweltering.
baked some chicken, some black beans and rice, and I have to make that cornbread in a cast iron skillet.
I haven't
So,
used my cast iron skillet yet.
oh,
I got it prepared though.
oh, you already have it seasoned.
Yes, it's
Oh,
ready, but I haven't done anything with it yet.
shoot, yeah, best thing you can cook in. But it make the cornbread taste much different. So, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's some great knowledge that you bring us every week. Man, this brother was very smart. Um, and what year did he die in? Did they say?
Oh, you asked me these questions, and I
Oh,
never put the date.
1928. 1928. Um, yeah, he died in 1928.
Yeah.
And it actually say the only African American to attain that honor. Okay, that's a great brother.
Yeah, he had many accolades, but I couldn't go through all of them. I figured if anybody's curious, they'll look them up. Um, be a great book report for a kid. It's
It's-
like look in a home and figure out what's made by Black people that we use today. And
yeah,
research it.
I'm trying to make sure. I don't see nobody on Facebook on here yet, so I don't know if anybody is on there, but I just haven't seen the messages, so want to make sure. Um, we definitely need to try to get that together. We do. Um, yeah, we'll work on it. Um,
Every time we try, we get bombed.
exactly.
There's
uh,
always a raid or a massacre.
you know, we may have to do like we had to do. Our ancestors used to have to do back in the old days. Send a message through songs. So
No, what's that island where they dropped a bunch of slaves off at because they had no use for them, and now it's like between like in the Indian Ocean area, and they're like the native Africans, like they still speak the same language, have the same customs, because nobody is allowed on the island. Like they
oh,
will straight up kill you if you get near it. Like they have arrows, and they like one guy, I want to say last year, tried to preach the word of God to him. He's like, it's in my calling, and they killed him, and they can't recover the body because again, he wasn't supposed to be over there.
mm,
Like they have no idea what these Africans did with this body, but there's nothing they could do with it, about it. Like ain't nobody going there. Military ain't going up in there.
maybe
Yeah.
once. No, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Let me look that
I was
up.
gonna say maybe once uh, Trump lose this race, he'll go to that island.
Oh no, no, it's outlawed. Like you cannot. it's illegal to even approach that island.
Don't tell him that.
Let me, he ain't going over there. It's too dark. He can't see anything.
Exactly. And so, also on the show tonight, we're also going to talk about Cory Grafton. Man, Fort Hood is still in the news. This young brother, 20 years old, and what's crazy about the situation, he was in the military, and last year, Chelsea Cheatman, uh, is that her name? Chessman?
Chelsea Chitham?
Cheatman? Something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But she was found murdered at a hotel, and the police had no idea who did it, and they arrested him on Tuesday because Dana don't lie. In other words, DNA don't lie. They did a sex kit on him. His DNA came back, so they arrested him for murder. Um, Young brother, 20 years old, had a career going in the military. He could have done some great things, but for whatever reason, he chose to kill this young lady. It's just unacceptable. Um,
Yeah, and the fact that this took place in 2019,
yes,
and so they've been on it. They've been investigating, and I want to say the Texas Rangers kind of help expedite this process because they get these rape kits, which is what they used. They call it a sexual assault kit initiative, or SAKI. Um, and they use that, which and the advanced DNA testing to help solve the case. So without them, we still probably wouldn't have known until years later because they're so backlogged with all the other stuff. So I'm like, why this was kind of bumped up, but I guess maybe because there was so many things going on at Fort Hood, they were like, listen, give me what you got. We need this.
exactly. So the brother is gonna, unfortunately, probably spend the rest of his life in jail.
Yeah.
And the young lady was actually 30. She was much older than him, but
She was,
I
how
just
old was
seen it a while
she?
ago and I changed
32
it.
years old.
32.
Yeah.
So
And
I don't,
she was found dead inside a day-in hotel in Killeen.
yeah,
So, yeah.
don't know why. Um, what was the reason why? Maybe it was a hookup. I don't know. But either way, he took this young lady's life and he needs to be held accountable.
Oh, gosh, find it.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
Like, 'cause so just to go back to the Africans on that island, it's called North Sentinel Island, and they're members of the Sentinelese tribe.
Sinhalese tribe.
Yeah, and it's a territory of India, and they have no contact with the world outside of their own.
Yeah,
So,
that's not.
so Google them. I mean, there have been some people. I mean, I'm going off, script here, but there's some YouTube videos where probably in the 70s they were actually able to get close to the members, but after that, I don't know who messed it up for everybody. Now it's shoot to kill,
Mm.
and the government supports it.
So other words, do not make the wrong turn.
Right. Don't make
And
a left at Sentinel Island.
because
Don't go into it. Don't look at it. Yeah.
yeah, that's some pretty water though.
Yeah, but still, don't go to that island. They got other islands you can enjoy. Look at
uh,
them through binoculars.
oh man, um, yeah, and don't make the wrong turn. That's all I can say.
Yeah, because I don't know what they do to the body. They may be cannibals. I don't know, but nobody knows the language they speak, but it's like they probably speak the original mother language of the motherland, and we have no idea. We can't
Exactly.
communicate with them.
Welcome to the show, Ilya Hunt out of California. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For some reason, I don't know what's going on, but lately Facebook haven't been coming up on my regular stream. Welcome to the show, Radio Chaos. He actually mentioned what you talked about earlier.
Hmm.
Religion missionary went there and got killed.
Hmm.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Risky actually mentioned that. So
yeah, because they were trying to retrieve the body, and they're like, who gonna get it? 'Cause it's like, well, he was right there, and they moved the body. They don't know if they buried him, ate him. I
they
don't know,
don't
but
know.
nobody's going up there to be like, "Hey, my bad.
Be
He
like,
wasn't
hey,
supposed to be there."
he made that wrong turn.
Yeah, because somebody was like in a helicopter trying to get close to him, and they just like somebody barely got nailed, like they barely missed the arrow attack. Like when I take like these big bow like swords or not swords, but what do you call those staffs or whatever? I
Uh,
don't know.
uh,
But there were long bows, but I don't even know. But they were coming in at that helicopter like a missile. And I was like, you better
Spears,
yeah,
spears.
spears. I was like, they got there like they took what they learned from the motherland and kept it going. And they still don't know how many people are on there because after a hurricane hit, um, they suspect they've lost some people, but they've seen activity and a lot of people. So the numbers are dwindling, but nobody's taking census.
I often ask if they're gonna try to go over there and take sensors on them, and
Nope. If they see one, they know they still alive. Because every once in a while they go out for coconuts. Yep. And no COVID's over there.
I'm
No
sure it's
malaria,
not.
chicken pox. We don't need to be bringing our diseases over there.
They like, nope,
They will spear
not
you in
here,
a
not today.
minute.
um,
What we should have done in Texas with the Native Americans. I'm just saying. Take over Texas.
exactly. So, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But if you know his history, he would know not to go there.
Yes.
You've been fair warned. Don't do
I
it.
mean,
Don't
this
do it. Don't
man,
do it.
he went to Oklahoma on the anniversary of the Tulsa massacre. So, like,
Mm.
hey, why don't you think about buying some property on that island?
Oh yeah, that'd be a great place for a
Yeah,
hotel.
nobody's over there.
They need to go survey that land.
Don't tell anybody because it's illegal. He's
Matter of
like,
fact,
it's not illegal. I have money.
matter of fact, he could start his own bank over there.
With coconuts.
Yeah, less rules, no taxes.
But then again, he may be able to get on the island as orange as he is. They'd be like, they've seen a white man, they've seen a black man, but they've never seen an orange man.
Be
They
like,
probably think
well,
he's alien. They're like, wait a minute, didn't we draw you on a cave wall? He came to life.
yeah,
And you just see him in a loincloth. I'm the king of this island.
exactly. I agree with you on that one, radio. He would say, I know everything about them.
I
I know
speak their
everything.
language.
We're laughing, but I can imagine him trying to do
It's
that.
like the audacity, sir.
He go over there, hey, how y'all doing? I'm the president of the United.
Yeah, they just be. That's all you see.
You be hearing. A
Like he should have
blowhorn.
listened to the toucan. He was trying to tell him to run.
Exactly.
Like the bird box. Listen to them birds.
I never watched that movie.
It's actually good. Like I actually had to watch it twice because I missed a detail, and I was like, "What? I totally missed the fact." And I don't
Yeah,
want to tell you, but well, no, I'm gonna tell you anyway. She didn't get a kid's names. Spoiler
uh,
alert. I
Hey,
didn't know she didn't give the kids names.
um,
That's I had to watch it. I was like, oh yeah, she did call them boy and girl. Mm. But
okay.
if you've never watched it, watch it. Because I was like, why does she have kids? She's just so detached from these kids. It's like she's just, I gotta watch these kids and this whatever this is. She was so not maternal.
Well,
But I got it once you watch it. But it's actually interesting. You should. I
I
recommend.
I was gonna watch it when they was doing all the bird challenge. Then I'm like, why are they blindfolded? So I lost with everybody being blindfolded. I said, you know what? I'm not
Just
gonna
watch
wait.
it. Like people are stupid, but and then like okay, the whole situation is there's these things that makes you go crazy if you see it. It just somehow it makes you go crazy. Just stay in the house. Everybody and their mama want to go outside, just like COVID. Everybody
Oh,
going outside. Like, and
well,
talking about at the same time, well, why are they going outside if, it's safe to stay inside? You doing the same thing. You just went to a restaurant.
hmm, it's making me think a little bit. So
Mhm.
you're telling me that you looking at this thing make you go crazy.
And they don't know what it is. It's just like, it was just something.
But it's
And,
just
and it was instant.
like what we're dealing with today.
Yeah.
Uh, go on Twitter, you see Trump tweet, 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 tweet.
Mhm.
Fake news, this fake news, that. Our boys stand by, stand down. Basically, it'll make you go crazy.
Mhm.
So, um,
And
mm,
people are doing some crazy things now. Like, it's ridiculous. That's why I just stay in my apartment.
exactly. And
I
this
need
is,
to hurry up and get my peace.
you know what? I'm gonna talk to you about something offline.
Okay.
Remind me to talk to you about something. So, um,
The
maybe
baby's not mine. Oh, not that. My bad.
you're not that baby mammy. No, I shouldn't say it, mammy.
I know, right?
Uh,
But anyway,
okay. So let's get back on track. We'll
uh,
be
Karen,
here
I know, right?
be here for a long time. Okay. So unfortunately, um in Tennessee, another transgender had been killed. Uh, this is the 34th transgender person this year that had been killed, been murdered, which is crazy. If you don't like their lifestyle, they still a human being first.
Exactly.
Why are you gonna judge them and also harm them in any type of way? So Angel Haynes was found murdered at a Motel 6 in Memphis, Tennessee. Um, she came from a different part of Tennessee, and one of her friends was suspecting for her to call, but she never did call. And it's just it's crazy that people are so uh, what's the right word I'm looking for? Fear of someone's sexuality instead of um, accepting people. Because that's why I built this platform for. Everybody on here, we don't have the same opinion. We don't have the same sexual pleasure. It's okay, but that don't mean we cannot get along.
Some people season their food, some don't, and we just live kumbaya. Like,
Some,
like as much as people preach Christianity and love thy neighbor and all this stuff, it be those people that be doing the most dirt. It's like, well, I'm pretty sure that's like adultery and is higher than homosexuality. Matter of fact, homosexuality wasn't like the issue. It was the act of sodomy. That was it. But everything else, adultery, punishable by death if you go by Old Testament. But nobody wants to talk about that. Half the stuff in that Bible, we all do. So why am I coming to your house and it doesn't even apply to me and trying to, change your life? It has nothing to do with me. What they do over there don't affect me.
Exactly.
Like, that's how you got to think about it. They're not ruining sanctity of marriage. Your cheating husband is doing that, or wife, whatever. Like, that's ruining marriages. Being wishy-washy. Like, let's start there.
But even if that's messing up marriage, we don't know what they accept in a marriage. So that's kind of like what the Will and Jada Red tabletop. That's their business. Yeah, they
Exactly.
make it public, but at the same time, that's
Pay
their
their
decision.
taxes. They're human. Keep it moving.
Yeah, it's up to
And then
them if they want to work it out or not.
And then got
So
the nerve, oh, we gotta protect these unborn fetuses. But once they're born, they're like, oops, too bad, so sad.
exactly. Welcome to the show, Robin. We're gonna get to the question you asked earlier, so we're gonna get to it later. That's the one who I sent. Thank you, baby. My throat is kind of dry, so that's the one I sent you the text. The question that was asked earlier, but here it is. In 2017, that was the highest year where 29 transgender people were killed during Trump's first year in office. This is an article I'm reading. I'm glancing through. I guess it's called DIM. That's the article. Yeah.
Oh.
This is the article that is taken up with it, but definitely, if you're not happy with someone's race or lifestyle, please, you don't have to be a part of it.
Exactly. It's not gonna
Just
affect
move
you.
on.
Not gonna affect your taxes. It's not gonna affect your children growing up. It's like they're good people in all colors, races, religions. But it's like the fact that it's just based on sexuality and what they do in the bedroom. Like some of y'all do that in the bedroom, freaky deeks. Like stay out of it. Like who cares? Like they don't do anything more different than you do.
Exactly. And as quiet as it kept, some of you might be doing some stuff
Mm-hmm.
that you hating on out in public and don't want to say nothing about it. You want to keep it a secret, but God see everything. And so that's all I'm saying. If you don't agree with them, that's fine.
Exactly.
Move around.
Exactly. Not everybody has the same religion. Not everybody praises the same God. As long as you live in a good life, and you're a decent human being, so be it.
That's good to know. It should be equal across the board.
Exactly.
Not just about color. It
Yeah.
should be equal by your sexuality. It doesn't
Just
make a
your
difference because at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all a child of God. If we accept Christ or not, we all are a child of God. Robin said, right, next time someone say some crap like that in front of me, I'm going to call them out. Like, wait, you imagine people having sex.
Exactly.
That's real.
Pervs. Get out of my bedroom.
Exactly.
And they probably freakier than you.
I'm going to go back to Marcellus. He has Black Girl Magic tonight, Kurt Dog. No, no, no. I'm still on the west side though. Got that red Cali. And it's good.
See, I told you.
It's smooth.
Yeah, it's like middle of the road. I was like, okay.
At first, I thought I tasted a little gin off it.
Didn't he? Doesn't he have a gin line? Like he's got
I don't
flavored
know.
gin.
I don't know.
I've
Hey,
never had gin, so I don't know. I'm not familiar with it.
you know that gin to make you sin. That's what one of my late uncles used to tell us. Drinking that gin to make you sin. But hey, that bumpy face was my drink back in the days. And Marcelo said, I know we're talking about that, but Joe Biden is less than 1,000 votes from taking the lead. Is that in Georgia or Pennsylvania, Arizona? I'm looking at it, but the polls are really driving me crazy. It depends on where you're looking, depends on what the numbers are.
Yeah.
Um, so, man, that's crazy. I hate to keep hearing
Oh,
about
that's
this.
changed. So Georgia, it looks like they're tied.
Uh-oh.
They both have 49.4% votes.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Like it wasn't
But
like that before. It was like it was 1 point Joe
exactly.
Biden was under. Yeah.
And
Okay,
Trump
that's
was
weird.
barely beaten by
Hold
uh
on, go through some mail. Let me go over there and get some mail.
so what?
Let me go over there and check out some mail. And then in Pennsylvania, there is a 0.6% separation.
Yeah.
So there's
Actually,
some
what
mailing.
I'm looking at, and I don't know, like I said, these numbers from different outlets are saying different
Yeah.
things because yeah, they both saying point 0.6. So, and that's at 90% reporting.
Yeah.
And
Huh, how about that?
Arizona, they're still about 2.7
Yeah.
apart. So it's going to be a long race. Hopefully, they get
Hey, Creepy Joe is creeping up. Oh, did I say that
exactly.
out loud? My bad.
Hey, I'll take anybody
Listen,
besides what's going on. You know
because I
what?
figured, listen, he's got his caretaker, Kamala, so I'm good with that.
You
I'm good.
know, I'm gonna go back to that last story we did.
Which
This
one?
election, the transgender.
Okay, yeah.
It was some state. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up, but it was some state that actually elected the first transgender in office.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
That's what she said.
Uh, Delaware. Sarah McBride wins her state senate race in Delaware, a landmark for transgenders. Congratulations, Sarah.
And
Uh,
let's just say that there are a lot of LGBTQA, I think A is a part of it now, representing this election. I'm just like, they're all over the place. I was just
well,
like, man, represent
see, that's a
them
change.
all,
That's the change.
all races, all genders,
Exactly.
representing.
That's what America really represents. Not this. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Just keep going, because you know I keep going on, and I'm trying to be better. But this is what America's supposed to look like.
A
All of
melting
us.
pot of all the cultures coming together and accepting everybody's differences. I mean, that's how this world was founded. Like
Exactly. So
nobody prayed to the same God. They were kicked out of countries in Europe, European countries, came over to America so they can be Quakers, Protestants, Catholics, and then whatever the other, religions that like Native Americans pray to or whatever. Like it wasn't all based on Old Testament values. Like,
it,
and it was okay. And that's the way
exactly.
it should be. Like, don't down me. Like if I'm Muslim, I'm not a terrorist. We got homegrown terrorists here. trying to go and threaten people at the polls, like little boys with big guns
which is crazy. Yeah.
trying to flex.
Hey,
They're trying to take away our guns.
hey, Snoop, Doggy, if you listening, man, reach out to me. There's some pretty good wine right here. This Red Cali. Holla at us. Yeah,
So
it's really smooth.
it is smooth. I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Really good. So Marcella said the ATL is coming through. ATL is coming through. I'm looking at CNN. Trump is suffering from significant drink. Oh, we'll talk about him in a little bit.
Okay.
So, and
Just figured since you were feeling the Cali.
oh no,
like, well,
we're going. That's next. That's next. I was talking about Trump. We'll talk about him in
okay.
a little bit. We got to put him at the last of the show. So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the pastor, the pissing pastor, the
Yeah.
yellow shower,
The golden shower.
yeah, the golden shower.
So for
pastor.
those who are not familiar, I want to say November 1st, a pastor who peed on Daniel Chalmers is his name.
Yes,
He's, I guess, a well-known pastor from Detroit. He was on board.
North Carolina.
Was he from North Carolina?
He was from North Carolina.
All right. So he was on board on October 12th. He was Detroit bound from Las Vegas, and he's since spoken out, and he said he's expressing grief and horror at rally in Durham Church, and because he abruptly resigned because on the he pretty much got wasted, which what you thought, because I was thinking it was Ambien because it was an overnight flight. And he claims that he thought he was in the restroom and peed on one of the passengers. Yeah, a 28-year-old Detroit resident. And he was up front. He was like, the girl screamed. There was a cop on board who was a few rows in front of them. He went to go see what the matter was, and she was like, I felt something warm, and this dude he peed on me. He's shaking his penis in front of me. And so the guy, I guess he was like, yeah, I did it. I thought it was the restroom. Like, he was lucid enough to have a conversation. So that's why I thought it was like, maybe he was like on that Ambien, but no, he had too much to drink. The cop asked the suspect whose breath smelled of alcohol, he noted in the report, and he said that his eyes were red after the flight landed. He reported that Chalmers allegedly said, I peed on her. I thought I was going to the bathroom. His blood alcohol content was 0.017. I'm not sure what that translates to, but it's impaired because I think a 0.01 is like will get you in trouble, right? When something, but I think it depends on where you are because the scale kind of changes from, I guess, either county or state.
But see, once you get on a flight, it goes up. Your alcohol level can go up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a little bit too much Red Cali.
Yeah, some. You're probably drinking that gin. So eventually, the victim filed a $2 million civil suit against him. So we'll see how that goes. But can you imagine, like, she just woke up, she screamed, and everybody's like, what is going on? And she just looks up, and there's some dude wiggling his willy, trying to get the last drop.
Trying to make sure he didn't get none on himself.
Yeah, like,
Now,
really?
now,
So that's why I was like thinking it couldn't have been alcohol because I was like he could do all these things, but no.
well, I'm gonna say this: they smelled the alcohol,
Yeah, he was clearly impaired.
bloodshot red eyes.
Yeah,
So he was at the crap table all night,
yep, because he was at the
sleeping the crap and
casinos.
drinking. You know it's legal there.
Well,
So,
and then if you're at the casinos, like depending on where you are, it's free.
well, I'm
So he's
I'm not
probably at
talking about the alcohol. That Mary Jane is legal there.
oh, you think he has some Mary Jane?
Mary
He
Jane.
probably went to the bunny ranch too, but I don't
He
know.
could have went to the Bunny Ranch, or he could have went
He's
to
like, you look like that chocolate bunny that like me to pee on her.
he could have went to Mayweather Club. Who knows?
He probably blasting R. Kelly in his ear.
Exactly.
Some Dave Chappelle. I'm gonna pee on you.
Yeah. So radio talking about the pastor isn't the first and won't be the last to do that. No, he won't. But he have to know how to hold his liquor.
Listen,
And just put it like this: the alcohol, then you have the weed shop there. That's a bad combination.
a lot of things.
And that's a bad combination. Then you have the Bunny Ranch, and he
All
probably
the
did.
whites, you don't know what's going on.
He probably was thinking he was still at the Bunny Ranch, giving out golden showers and like having flashback, dreaming about it. Said, you know what?
Right. And then he just went and he missed it by a row maybe because she was in the back.
Wasn't he next to her?
I don't know where he
Maybe he
was.
was walking.
I don't think he was next to her because I think because he was
Oh,
standing.
so
Like it was like he was going to the restroom because she was in the
he
back.
was
'Cause it was what do they call them? Red eye
yeah.
flights. So she was probably right next to the lavatories.
He thought he was there.
It was like in the back, and he thought he had made it. And she's like, next thing you know, she felt warm, and then she opened her eyes, and he was just. I don't know what you guys do. In my head, it's this.
Hey, I'm be like make it.
So I mean, that's what goes on in my
Can't do it
head.
no more than 3 times now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um, so yeah,
Red Bull and vodka. He didn't know if he was gonna fall out or be at the bunny ranch
and I
again.
did read the pastor of that church. Him and his wife
Mhm.
actually asked him why he didn't come forward beforehand. He said
Yeah,
he was embarrassed.
yeah. But
I
it all
said
comes out.
embarrassed, not serious. That's Trump listening in on my on my phone. Um,
Like, count the
now
votes.
he's lucky though. He's lucky because I'm sure I could just imagine if I was on that plane. Okay, the sister was asleep, and she from Detroit.
Listen,
He lucky he made it off that plane.
he's lucky she didn't have anything with her or on her.
Yeah,
I mean, we do know how to sneak stuff on there, but still,
allegedly.
I don't know. And then, like, don't listen. I've watched some shows. You file those nails down at a certain way, a certain sharpness. You can slice a man's throat with your nails, and then clip them off. Be like, I don't have any nails.
Once they pop them off, pop
Yeah,
them off, and flush them down the
flush them down the toilet.
Yeah. Um,
Just
you
saying.
are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I mean, I'm Who You With Kurt Dog, and Miss Risky is in the house. You can live chat with us in the chat. Um, whatever platform you're on, you can talk about the stories that we are talking about tonight or any other story that is on your mind. Um, so they are tripping me out tonight. Um, so
Marcellus, yes, nails. Didn't you watch Oz? And then, of course, I have strong nails, and that's why I don't grow them out long enough or that long, because if I filed them, they get really sharp. And I used to cut my niece. Like, she'll come in for a hug, and they'll graze her. Listen, nails are dangerous. But there's an episode of Oz, that HBO, is it HBO series? Oz? You may be
Uh,
able to catch it on demand. But there's a scene where a guy grew his nails out to use them to slice somebody's throat. He clipped his nails down, flushed them down the toilet. No weapon. You can find that scene on YouTube.
wait a minute, did you see his comment though? All right, she changing your life.
I'm just saying.
Um,
I watch a lot of ID channel at home when I'm supposed to be working.
shh, don't say that.
Oh, my boss does the same thing. She's trying to get me to watch Maury. I was
Oh,
like, she's like,
see,
oh, paternity. What is it? The paternity test
I I
show?
I
Yeah,
try to skip those channels because you start watching them, you'll end up in
you're
missing
down
the
a rabbit
whole
hole
day.
all day. Like watching Law and Order. You're like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna watch one episode. 5 hours later, dong gong. I
That
was like,
would
I
not
didn't watch
work.
the whole marathon. It
Uh,
was light outside when I watched this.
man, so I received a message earlier on Facebook. Um, I think I texted to you. Yeah. So one of our faithful listeners, Robin, she asked the question. She was like, on the next show, can we talk? Take a look at why Trump supporters are now calling on armed protesters patriots after months of trashing protesters standing up demanding racial equality. So last night, and one of my neighbors and I, we talked about it earlier. Um, Last night, while the counting is going on in Arizona, a large crowd of Trump supporters showed up at the location where they are counting it. And when they showed up, some of them had guns, some of them didn't. They had Trump 2020. Um, they had Trump 2020 flags and all of this. And the problem is, I just want y'all to really think about this. And that's what I tell people all the time. Put yourself in that position. First of all, here it is. They're doing their best to count the votes. But because they showed up last night armed with guns, they had to stop. They had to stop. But here it is. Why are y'all getting involved with it? Why are you showing up at this location, what should be very secure to make sure no one is able to come there? And they should not have been allowed to get that close to the doors, not even on the grounds, because now you are once again trying to cause voter suppression
Exactly.
because the votes are going to be counted regardless of who wins. They're going to be counted. But y'all want to show up and protest. And right before I got online with you, Miss Risky, and I was watching, I think it was CNN. They are there again. Um, they are there again tonight. But the problem is, here it is, you are interfering with a federal law trying to keep things from happening.
Hmm.
Go home, wait just like everybody else have to do, because it's not going to make a difference You out there protesting. You're out there um, doing whatever you want to do. But we see this so often where certain group of people can do things. No arrests are made.
No dolls are sent out. No,
Water hose.
no SWAT, or what do they call those tactical units
Yeah, SWAT team. None
that
of this.
let 5 or more people of a darker complexion come out in a peaceful protest. We get the dogs, we get the mace, and people calling us disrespectful. We kneel. We get called disrespectful and unpatriotic. We're terrorists. But who's the terrorist? You're going at, like, they started at the governor's mansion at one point, when the masks were mandatory. Hey, you're infringing on my civil rights. Meet me out here, and nothing was done to those people. But the other side, they started protesting for different things, and they got felonies, and not one of them had weapons. So it's just like everything needs to be balanced and needs to be consistent. And to answer Radio Chaos, is Arizona an open carry state? Yes.
Yes, it is.
They have to be at least 18-year-old and meet all the legal requirements that they have.
And you can carry a concealed firearm without a permit if you are 21 or older. And so, yes, it is open carry, but here it is, you are violating, trying to interfere with a federal um, process, and that's the illegal part about it. Because here it is, those people in there counting the votes, you have Democrat and Republicans in there counting the votes. So you are okay. You are actually on there trying to interfere with the voting process.
Which
That's
is
what is
every citizen's
illegal.
right. That's what you're fighting for, to have your voice heard, and you're impeding on that
Yes, and it's
for no
crazy.
reason. Like,
And
because the guy you want is not doing too well. Like, well, I mean, yeah, there's still a fight, but still, like, come on now. Don't try to get him in there with threats.
it's not going to work.
All right.
It just won't work. If you have to allow the process to happen, you have to. You cannot force them to get finished or do anything um, until the process is done. Um, um, so you have to allow that to, whatever the process is, you have to do it. Now, to be honest with you, even though we're looking at Georgia, they're not going to be finished until after 5 on Friday because of the PSA they have out asking Georgia voters that voted absentee to check your status. Check your status. Make sure your vote was counted. But you have until 5 p.m. Friday to get it corrected if your status is not saying it been counted. So for my people in Georgia, if you did not go to the polls and you mailed your votes in, check your status to make sure your vote was counted. You have until 5 p.m. Eastern time to get it taken care of. So uh, this is going to go on at least until Friday, may even be to Saturday. Who knows? It may be months from now because Trump have filed some lawsuits.
Yeah, he's
With
already filed some things. I'm just like, dude, like, would you want to risk, like, it coming out that at the end of the day there's cheating on your side? Like, why bring that to light? Like, just sit down somewhere.
maybe
The Democrats are cheating. I don't know about that. We need to Like he's like, we need to count all the votes, and then it starts going in Biden's favor. We need to stop the votes. It's not
Exactly.
right. How are they coming in after the fact? Well,
I'm
it's
just
called mail-in ballots.
I'm
You
just I'm gonna just say this.
got to count the paper.
Maybe what's going on, allegedly, whoever he owed that money to, Russia, but allegedly Russia, maybe they said we're not gonna help you this time till we get paid.
Well, and it's hard to cheat on paper. Like these are coming in, and they have no control over it. Like you can tamper with like all the systems or whatever, but those absentee ballots, it
And
coming in from all walks of life.
that's just like Pennsylvania. Their law is they would not start counting mail-in ballots until 3 days after the election.
Hmm.
He upset about that. Went to court in the Supreme Court. The
Yeah.
Supreme
Usually up
Court
here.
said, nope, that's their law.
Yeah, everybody's
We
vote
cannot
counts.
force them to do it.
He's
So
gonna sit down somewhere
he probably upset at uh,
and
Judge.
count the gold in your home, because Melania's already done pawned most of it. She
She
already
probably-
took half of that with her.
now, I'm gonna ask this question too because I seen where she went and voted the other day. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, after he got out the hospital, didn't they go vote then? Because they took a photo together.
Yeah,
And so is she voting twice? Or she just said she voted the first time?
listen. Who knows? Because remember, at one point he was like, "Vote twice if you have to." Who knows? Or they probably gave him like one of those things that you get as a kid to practice how to vote, so you can fill in the ovals or whatever the boxes, and he had to stay within the line. So they gave him a trial one to see if he could stay within the lines.
Trace had
Yeah,
to trace it.
yeah. It's like, good boy. Now do it for real this time.
Um, but also I heard a while back when early voting started that they mailed their ballots in. So I'm like, well, damn, they mailed their ballots in. Now they both taking a picture saying they just voted. Now she just went and voted 2 days ago. I'm confused.
Yeah, so are they.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did I say
Um,
that out loud? My bad. See, sometimes that Tourette's.
I try to catch stuff like that, and I'll be like, no. Sometimes it come out faster than I'm able to hold it back. Um,
Oh, what is
so
this? Judge hands Trump legal win in Pennsylvania vote count.
say what?
I'm reading this thing that just came in. Like I keep getting these alerts from that. Every time you send me a news story, I finally just signed up for the app with the news story, and it always has breaking news, and it tells everything that's going on with this vote situation. And this one saying that a judge hands Trump legal win in Pennsylvania vote count. Um, and this is the appellate judge um, allowing a minor victory, allowing it close-up observation of the counting of the ballots on or in the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Trying to see. Read more. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. But the president had a 400,000 ballot lead in the Commonwealth on Wednesday, but that has shrunk as more mail-in ballots are tabulated, and now he has an edge of 135,000 votes.
The problem is,
I don't know. Both, yeah, they're both sides are prematurely declaring victory on that. So, but yeah, like you said, Trump's campaign has filed a flurry of legal challenges in the states where the votes are being counted, while Trump hasn't really been seen since Wednesday morning.
Well, he did a news conference
Yeah.
earlier, and this dude talking about they trying to steal the race. They're really trying to steal it. I was winning 1 minute, then I was losing. What common sense tell you when you have millions and millions of ballots coming in, you may be winning at one point,
Exactly.
but it's no certain order that they count them in.
Exactly.
So kind of like when we was in school, remember when we vote for the class president, vice president? You may have somebody for me, may have somebody for you. Vice versa, may have two for me, one for you. And keep going back and forth, and then all of a sudden, it's like, really?
Yeah.
That's common sense. You cannot expect for them to pull out all your votes, and matter of fact, the way they're done, that would take a year for them to pull out all your votes, run them, and pull out all the Biden votes and run them. That's too much time. So they put them in a machine. If it's kicked out, they look at it, they check it out, and that's it. So that's common sense, but I know. Common sense is not that common for some folks. It's just not. Um, and his black card, Kanye, I want to know who in the hell is the 60,000 people that voted for Kanye? That's what I want to know.
All his people from the compound.
And 60,000 people voted for him. And because of that, he's already tweeted he will see us in 2024.
He'll forget by then. He'll have his medication balanced out by then. And then he'll have some rational thought, and then start all over again.
Like I said the other day, we know somebody gonna win, somebody gonna lose.
Right. No one's going to be happy with the outcome. Just like as long as they do at least one thing on their list, like I guess we'll be good.
Who, Kanye? Well, hold on, radio. He did do campaigning, but see, that's another thing that we need to check into. When they found out in Illinois that a lot of those signatures was fake, he slowed down. I think he did maybe one or two more, but we really didn't hear about it. He kind of slid back a little bit because charges are still pending if he's going to be charged with fraud or not. From what I last heard, I haven't looked back into it since we talked about it. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So Kanye, somebody must have been drinking some type of Kool-Aid, and 60,000 people voted for him. I heard some people say they wrote their own name in. Why? Why? That's you voting for a racist. Because that'd be a vote for him.
Yeah.
Just imagine if those 60,000 people voted for, I'm going to do it evenly, if they voted for Trump or if they voted for Biden. The election probably be over by now. Then for the ones that voted for other people or they self, it probably would be over by now.
Yeah. He
So,
wasted a vote just
yes,
because they didn't like the other, candidates. But it's like, listen, we're not a 3-party system. We're a 2-party system, and that's just the way it is. And the way you get that third party in there is you know, vote for the third party and, for the House or the Senate or, the judges. You get them in there so that they have a base so that now they can go up against the Democrats and the Republicans and maybe then they'll change. But you can't just be like, you know what, I don't like them. I'm going to give this to him and then complain, well, how did he win? How did the Cheeto win? Well, because you and other people
You
like you
wasted a vote.
wasted a vote that could have we could have had Hillary. Yeah, nobody really liked her, but look at what we got, and look at us now. You happy?
Some of you wishing you would have stayed with Hillary, because we wouldn't be having this issue now. At least we probably wouldn't be dealing with this pandemic.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
bet you as soon as what's his face is out of office, this COVID disappears. Just saying.
you know, when I first started hearing about COVID, first thing I thought about, I said, this dude have done something to try to win this election.
Well, think about all the other elections, because Obama had the Ebola. And then before that, it was, what was that, the swine flu or something. But it wasn't to that extent. It was like they, a little got out and then they controlled it like a brush fire or a bushfire, and then it was gone. It wasn't as deadly, or it was containable. Here it was just like they were so lax and they're like, it's not gonna go that far. And they're like, oh wait, I had me spitting on people talking and spreading it, and then they're spreading it, and then they're spreading it. Well, I'm not gonna tell anybody we released it. There's there's no coronavirus. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh well, I guess people are dying now. I gotta admit there's coronavirus. It got out of hand. But every term, when there's a new regime, there's something that comes out. Because
Exactly.
have you heard of Ebola since Obama left? No.
Nope.
Have you heard of the swine flu since Bush got out? No. when I'm thinking there's a trend, once Cheeto is out, COVID is going to be no more. We'll probably have some residuals because people, doing stupid things, but I think it's just going to phase out.
Yeah, I think it will too. I'm actually I'm trying to pull up a piece of this uh speech he did a while ago if I can play it. But he gave lies. It's only about 35 seconds. I'm trying to get it pulled up on my computer. I see it on this one, but I don't think you'll be able to hear it. He just basically gave a bunch of lies.
Mhm.
Hold on real quick. I guess I need to cut the speaker on. Let me plug the speaker up. You know what? I actually have had this computer cut down. So, say what? What you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I thought that was coming from you. I was flipping through my things.
I'm like, huh?
That was coming from you. I thought it
Nah,
was Tracy.
sound like she on the phone, but she sound like she on the phone probably with one of her sorority sisters, um, or one of her employees or something. But I'm gonna try to play this speech before we get up out of here, and it's a bunch of lies that he said. I don't even see how to get this. Hold on, let me plug the speaker up. But it's lies, and this is what we having to deal with. This is our president. I know it's hard to say, um, but he don't care about us. So, of course, we didn't prepare to do this, but who phone is that?
See, it sounds like it's coming from your side.
No, I don't know what that was.
Let me see. Do I have any windows open?
That's what I was trying to see. Let me see.
Because I haven't, like, I've just been looking at the polls and my Facebook. I don't have anything. Because it sounds like it's coming on your side.
I don't know.
Like, even my feed to
Oh,
your show is muted.
I figured out what it is.
What you do?
Nope. Ladies and gentlemen, Eva Donkey had made it to the house.
He's jamming the frequencies.
Hey, we could have. It would have been better what we have now. Yep, I agree with you, Marcellus. Okay. Okay. That may be Tracy in there. I don't think she realized it. She a little bit loud because she probably was calling somebody. Um, I don't use this computer that much, but I really want to play this clip where you can, for you can kind of see exactly how Trump is. What the hell? Is
I
that
think we're getting hijacked.
Yoda?
Yoda is here chilling. He ain't said not one word. He is chilling. You want him to talk?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Look at little baby yo-yos. Look
At you?
at him. You're welcome.
It keeps pulling. The jawbone keeps taking my phone.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. It keeps
Oh.
connected. You put the jawbone on.
Okay, I'm about to play something.
Oh, okay.
Cut your Bluetooth
I'll take
off.
off the Bluetooth.
Okay.
Oh, she was had her Bluetooth.
No, because what it is, the speaker I have,
Uh-huh.
it keep connecting to her phone. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm thinking something about to go down.
Like, listen, it ain't on me. But little baby yo-yo,
All right,
his
so
debut.
that's what it is. I'm like, what is that noise? So I'm gonna play this clip that Trump did earlier. It's only 53 seconds, the one
Okay.
I'm looking at, but it's a bunch of lies. This is courtesy of Fox News. So the people he don't trust, but he allowed them to play this clip. So hold on.
Won the case, but they're going forward. They don't want anybody in there. They don't want anybody watching them as they count the ballots. And I can't imagine why there's absolutely no legitimate reason why they would not want to have people watching this process, because if it's straight, they should be proud of it. Instead, they're trying obviously to commit fraud. Detroit and Philadelphia, known as two of the most corrupt political places anywhere.
So he's saying nobody is allowed in there while they count the ballots, which is false, for the simple fact that it's a Republican and a Democrat sitting side by side as they count these ballots. So that is a complete lie. And he just want to talk about the fact that it's a good chance he may lose. It's a good chance he may lose. And now some reports say he still have a chance. But if Biden win Pennsylvania, it's a done deal. It's over. So basically, he's nervous. I understand he's nervous. He should be.
But this man, no matter where he goes, he tells all these stories. I'm like, it's like it's pathological. Like, I don't know if I'm using this term correctly, mythomania, but he has a severe case of mythomania,
Exactly.
which
Well,
is just the tendency to exaggerate or tell lies. But he just can't help so and a peer of mine was saying how was trying to down Biden for using teleprompters, and I was like, well, most people in respectable reporting situations use a teleprompter. Well, Trump doesn't. Well, we know that. He just says whatever it comes out of his that floats in his mind, and sometimes that needs to be contained to make sense.
so yeah, it's definitely. I'm definitely ready for it to be over.
Yeah, same here.
Welcome to the store. I said to the store.
What you want from the store? You want some Cheetos?
Some more red Cali. Hey Snoop, holla at me, man. Holla at me. This is good. Welcome to the show, E. Stevens, Jemerson, Jeminzi. You know your name. But he said he's ready for the results to be over. I agree. I'm ready for it too. Um, Radio said if Trump win, that will be 3 times the Republican candidate lose the popular vote for win the presidency in the last 20 years. Yes, yes. It's jacked up. I think it need to be straight vote. Whoever
Yeah,
win, they win. Whoever lose, they lose. Let's pack it up and go home.
yeah,
Next story, start it on.
yeah. And we
Um,
need to work on trying to change these laws and these processes and these lifelong, what are they called? Lifelong positions. Like, no, you cannot just get in a position and just, oh, that's the only position until you retire and not have to do anything and validate yourself.
and the reality of it
Those
is,
lifetime terms, is that what they call them? I forgot what they call them.
yeah, lifetime terms. They
Yeah,
there until
no more.
they
That should be just done. Like, we should just get rid of that.
they
And if
don't
you need
care.
a term, do like the military every 4 years, and then we vote and see what you've done, so that you can at least like we need to hold these people in these public offices accountable for some of the regulations and just how they take care of their constituents. Like, we need to every 4 years. I'll give them that. Every 4 years, you need to come up and for a vote and let me see what you've done. And if you did good, you get another 4 years.
Um, and also, it was a video that came out a couple of days ago about Eric Trump, um, a fake video talking about ballots um, was actually being burned, which it was fake. Um, yes, William, everybody is welcome here. Everybody. Stay safe in El Paso. Um, but a fake video came out where Eric Trump was saying ballots was being burned, which it was false. It was fake. Um, Trump tried to accept the president uh, saying that he won, and he didn't. So it's crazy. We knew this election was going to be hard. We knew it's going to be a long time. Um, so hopefully we able to do the things we need to do once the ballots are counted. We will be able to find out who win. And sometimes you just gotta laugh at some of the comments that come in.
I'm just
Um,
filing my nails. Stay
Exactly.
ready.
Well, it's like trying to get them sharp and
Well,
get
they're
them long
short,
and
but
pointy.
they're sturdy.
Um,
Like I have strong nails; they grow real fast. So I may need to let them grow out a little bit. And
yeah, it's um, well, that's good, William. I appreciate you for tuning in to the show. Everybody have a voice here. As long as you are respectful, um, we will be okay. But I do have one question though. Before we get up out of here, William, I have one question. He said, "No racist Joe." Why do you feel that Joe is racist? I'm just kind of curious. I want to know that. Give me your short answer. Um, Give me your short answer, and we're gonna try to roll up out of here after that. So don't take too long to give it to us, because I just want to know. You call Joe a racist, but here it is. Trump have a history of it. Even today, when he was saying in the first election that Hispanics are murderers and rapists, and that's all they are. Um, he called other countries shithole countries. Um, he took out radio ad, a newspaper ad in New York Times wanting Central Park 5 to be hung. Um, then he didn't want no minorities living in his buildings. So how is Joe a racist? I would say Trump is a racist. It's a known fact. Um, then when he tell the Proud Boys to stand by and stand down and stand by, that's a racist comment. Then he praised people that say white power. So um, please explain to me, how is
like, even if
Biden
he
a
isn't
racist?
racist, he's aligning himself with those people in hooded sheets. And what they say, if you what they say, if you hang around with them, like if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. So listen,
So
he's surrounding himself around these people, and so guilty by association.
exactly. So since you brought up the fact um, Biden doesn't love God or Christian or African American or the Bible or African American, um, when Trump decided to pepper spray and force protesters away for he could do a photo op with a Bible upside down, probably the first time he ever touched one. Um, but once again, that's your opinion. You you welcome to have your own opinion. But Miss Risky, tell us where we can find you.
I can be found everywhere at RSKEE. I usually hang out on Instagram. So follow me there on all my uh, pages on Instagram, rskeebooks.com. You can check out my works on Facebook. But I don't really do that for, my works, but Instagram, Twitter, WordPress, just Google search me, I'm there.
Exactly. Um, Man, you can find me pretty much on everything. I will say um, the best way of reaching me, if it's if we are friends, you can find me on Facebook and on Instagram. Um, please, no foolishness. Um, That'll get you blocked real quick. But if you have a legit comment, message me. Um, but please, that don't mean you, William, because you have some strange comments going on right about now, and that'll get you a quick block. So, but we appreciate you for coming on. Tell your friends, share it with everybody. Everybody is welcome here, long as you are speaking facts. One thing about it, you come on the show, you bring up a subject, we're gonna ask you to bring receipts. Show us where you're getting your information from, because what you're talking about right now is a whole bunch of lies. That's all it is. It's a bunch of lies. So, but it's okay. Um, it's entertainment. Um, I, but William, we on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday night, and we are making changes with the show. We will continue to make changes to benefit everyone. So definitely tune in, like, share, um, click the notification, but you can know every time we come on. And when we come on, come in and be a part of the show. Don't wait until the last minute. So until next time, I love each one. Uh, I just think it's the fact that Trump don't want to be a loser. That's the best way of putting it. He don't want to be a loser, and unfortunately, he's getting he's going to be a loser in the public this time. Normally, he could talk his way out of it. He could lie his way out of it. But what's done in black and white, he cannot change. Um, Stephen, we appreciate you for coming on, tuning in. Radio Chaos, um, T. Cal, Marcella Smith, Eva Donkey, and all the listeners I wasn't able to see because your chats wasn't coming in. Ilya Hunt, Robin, appreciate each and every one of y'all. Until next time, be safe. If we get if we get a conclusion tomorrow with the president, with the race, I will come on and do a special show tomorrow. If not, I'll see you when it happens. So, until then, I love each and every one of you. Till next time.